All right, welcome everybody. Welcome to this weekend market analysis. This is going to be a pretty more straightforward weekend market reviews. So we're not really going to be wasting much of time. We have plenty of pairs to review, so we will go straight to the point. Okay. All right. First, let's look into the Forex Factory Economical Calendar. I have gone through the Forex Factory Economic Calendar myself. This is going to be a very busy trading week. You can see all of the high impact news announcements that are lined up for this week. It is one of the most majority of high impact news announcement weeks that we have ever seen for this year. You can see so many high impact news announcements, so you need to be extremely careful for this week trading, so you are not caught up with any of those news announcements. Okay. All right, let's move on straight into the charts and see where the directions are for this upcoming trading week. All right, let's begin with the euro against the American dollar. This is the monthly time frame. Well, our projection in the very long term, as we have analyzed over and over, is that we may be having some very heavy channel formation, and to us the euro against the American dollar is trading at the very extreme, okay, of that support zone, and it is a critical zone not to go short. We will be looking for only long opportunities at that point. All right, so that's our position on the euro against the American dollar. In the weekly time frame, lots of hesitation. We have talked about this over and over, and so we don't need to waste much time there. Let's just see what happened in the daily time frame. Okay, now in the daily time frame, we analyzed this last week, and I did point out to you that price right now should be pushing to the upside based on this pattern that we have seen, this expanding triangle formation, and clearly it did push to the upside for since last week. All right, it has been pushing to the upside, so our analysis was correct, indeed correct in that regard. Right now we may of course, if we want to remove the expanding triangle based on the current price behavior that we have, we can keep this as a level of resistance. Okay, just keep that, and also just maintain this area here as support. All right, and as you know, we are only interested in long opportunities. You can see that even if we keep our lines like this level here was support, and we got that fake breakout, and from there on price has been pushing to the upside. Right now price is trading around that next level of resistance. We got a pin bar. All right, a pin bar of that level. That means we should be expecting some pushes to the downside. All right, but for me, I am not interested in that push to the downside. I am still looking for buy opportunities around this zone. Just look at that area. All right, just look at that area. You will see how price just kept pushing. You will see how price just kept finding both support right here, okay, resistance here, resistance here before the breakout. So if I get a pullback to that zone, I'll be looking for buy entry. All right, so that is my position in the euro against the American dollar. I am not interested in short opportunities. I am only interested in long entries. Okay, so that is it in the 4 hours time frame. That's the area we were talking about, that zone right here. So if we get a pullback to that zone, this will be a good area to look for buy entry, as you have also the trend line coming in confluence around that zone. All right, so that would be a good point to look for buy entry. All right, let's move into the next pair, which is the Australian dollar against the Japanese yen. As you can see in the monthly time frame, price is trading around a level of resistance. That is level of resistance there. You can see that point, that bounce on this one here. Price came all the way here, push back up, and now finding resistance. So it's important to search for short opportunities. In the weekly time frame, you can see those two levels we were talking about, and you can see last week candle, it was a rejection candle of that level of resistance, also giving the hint that the next move might be to the downside. In the daily time frame, well, This is really not clear right now. In the daily time frame, we may be having potentially maybe an expanding triangle, okay, or even a channel, even a channel formation. Let's see, let's keep that high. We may have this possibly, or this possibly. All right, so in the face of this confusion in the Australian dollar against the Japanese yen, although we're trading around resistance zone, I will want to sit aside. Okay, I wouldn't want to trade that rejection candle there. I would just want to sit aside because the shorter time frame, like the daily time frame, is showing some more of confusion, so I will want to sit aside. Okay, all right, if I am not sitting aside, then I'll be looking for my entries in the very short term. If I find an entry, then I'll be looking to trade there. Okay, whatever be the case, those of you in the VIP channel, you will definitely get the signals. All right, the sterling pounds against the New Zealand dollar. This is the monthly time frame. You can clearly see a channel. That's resistance zone. This is support zone. Price is reacting off the resistance zone, so it is best to look for short entries. Okay, so that's our position. In the weekly time frame, price is reacting off a rising trend line in the weekly time frame, but we are not going to be trading that pin bar. We will not trade that because in the long term, price is reacting off resistance, and so we don't want to trade against that monthly level of resistance. In the daily time frame, well, this is what I am seeing differently. Price came here, gave us bullish engulfing candle. I saw that, but I didn't trade it because I know price was reacting off the monthly level of resistance. That bullish engulfing candle did it best. It pushed price a bit to the upside, but could not, all right, not push it too far. This is what I am seeing in the sterling pounds against the New Zealand dollar. I am anticipating a channel. That's the upper boundary. This is the lower boundary of that channel. Okay, that's the lower boundary. Whatever be the case, price has been swinging up and down that channel, and now back up. I am expecting price to come back down. All right, and that is why I am warning that we should not trade that weekly candle. Do not trade this weekly candle. All right, so in the daily time frame, price is very likely going to turn again to the downside. Oops, sorry about that, lost my connection. We'll turn again to the downside, so you don't really want to go long. Okay, all right, so we're interested in short opportunities in the sterling pounds against the New Zealand dollar if we find an entry. How about the sterling pounds against the Swiss franc in the monthly time frame? Well, price is trading in the middle of nowhere. You cannot really take a decision at that point, although this level of support has been breached up and down. Let's see the weekly time frame. Weekly time frame. Okay, last week we pointed out this level of resistance. You can see how price was still rejected off that level of resistance, and it is best to keep searching for short opportunities in the sterling pounds against the Swiss franc. In the daily time frame, what do we have? Again, a bit of confusion here. Let me just very quickly show you what I think. I am thinking that we're going to have that level there. That's resistance. All right, you can see how price just held that area. Then maybe, just like we saw in the other sterling pounds against New Zealand dollar, we may be having an expanding triangle. Okay. Possibly an expanding triangle. You can see that level there acting as resistance, and here we have gotten two bounces acting as support, so maybe coming back down again. You want to be careful trading in this phase of market confusion. Okay, for us, we will know what to trade. We'll be looking for only short entries, but then as we get to this level, then we'll be more careful hitting on our sell button. All right, the next one is sterling pounds against the Australian dollar. What are we seeing here? Well, we got that channel formation as well. Okay, sorry about that. We got that channel formation. All right, so price has been swinging up and down. It made some very dangerous push above that channel, but it failed. All right, back down to the channel, we expect to see price pushing down. So you should be looking for short opportunities in the sterling pounds against Australian dollar. Last week we did analyze this, and we said we're waiting for this trend line to be broken. Now this line has been broken, and so even after that break we are seeing a pin bar. Well, to me, I am not giving any priority to that pin bar. I am expecting the price is going to turn around from there on and come back down. This pair is on my radar and looking for only short opportunities. In the daily time frame, well, the daily time frame in a trend line has also been broken, but then I am still looking for my short entry somewhere in here in the sterling pounds against the Australian dollar. So you want to be looking for only short opportunities. All right, the sterling pounds against the Canadian dollar. Well, this is more of a big heck. Price has remained here for several months. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months. Price has remained there in a row. This pattern has been there, and we are expecting that price will come back down. Well, it is really not clear with that hesitation at this time. In the weekly time frame, same hesitation for some weeks, not clear as well in the daily time frame. What are we expecting here? Well, I am saying that we may be having possibly a triangle formation. Okay, possibly triangle formation. Resistance there, failing to break that level of resistance, support, maybe we'll have price come back down again. All right, it is a very terrible market condition here, but then you don't want to go long around that area. How about the euro against Australian dollar? Well, in the monthly time frame, you can clearly, very clearly see that price is trading around a key support zone. We got price reacting off the support already and pushing to the upside. In the weekly time frame, you can also see that around that key support zone, we are getting a very healthy pin bar. That's a healthy pin bar, giving us the hint that price will be pushing to the upside. So for the euro against Australian dollar, you want to remain very bullish. In the daily time frame, even though we are bullish, you want to be a bit careful. We will look for where to pin the entry exactly. Even though price is reacting off that level of support, as you can see, there might be some hesitation before another push. So as price action traders, we'll be reading price action very clearly to see where to get the entry exactly. All right, of course, as it is, you don't want to go short. All right, you want to be looking for long opportunities as long as your trading system calls for that entry. For now, this is a level of formal support. It may act as resistance. Price may come back down from there on. So just hold on, but you really do not want to look for short entries. All right, the euro against the New Zealand dollar. Last week we did analyze this. Let's see the weekly time frame and not waste much time. We talked about that counter trend line that price reacted off, and of course you can see another reaction. It tries to push to the downside, but then it failed. All right, came back up, and we now want to keep a very simple chart. I would just want to keep this level. Okay, I would just want to keep that level. All right, so from that level on, well, we expect to see price push to the upside. It is trading around support zone. In the daily time frame, again, you need to pay extreme caution because there is just lots of hesitation. In fact, it is important to wait for that level of resistance to be taken out before you want to look for your long entries. At any rate, the summary of it is that the price is trading around support zone, so you must be careful hitting on your sell button. Okay, so that's it. Let's take a look at the next pair, New Zealand dollar against the American dollar. Of course, you know price is trading around resistance area in the monthly time frame. So we should be more interested in looking for short opportunities, right? But then again, lots of hesitation there in the weekly time frame. Let's see the daily time frame. Daily time frame. Okay, well, we may also be having this counter trend line. That's it. Whenever you see these hesitations. All right. Okay, so that's what we may be expecting. Price has been swinging up and down within the channel, so we may come back here again and go back up. Of course, I will not want to be trading within that box. I don't want to be trapped within that area, except if it's a very short-term trade. All right, let's look at the last pair, the euro against the Japanese yen. We looked at this pair last week. Again, let's just quickly review. In the monthly time frame, you can see that price is trading around the weekly level of support. And in fact, last month we got a pin bar. That is pin bar right there. That's a hint that price may be pushing to the upside. So you want to be careful hitting on your sell button in this pair. In the weekly time frame, we analyzed this pair last week. We looked at that pin bar, but price got too volatile, came back down, then went back up again. Just too volatile for last week. At any rate, you still want to remember that this is level of support, so you want to be very careful hitting on your sell button. In the daily time frame, that trend line that we are watching has now been broken. All right, that's been broken, but then we are still being a bit careful. We are watching to see what's going to happen in order to find our entry. No entry is given for now, but once we find one, we will definitely let all of you in the VIP channel and know about it. Essentially, that is all in this weekend market analysis. It's going to be healthy trading week ahead. We expect to see more trading opportunities and making more money. Last week was quite a fantastic trading week for us, with so much profits made from the market. We expect to see more trading opportunities, especially that we are going to be seeing a very busy trading week ahead. So just sit tight. For those of you in the VIP channel, you will get much signals as this week's trading starts today. Okay, thanks for watching. If you have questions or contributions, feel free send them across to us, and we'll be extremely happy to respond to them. Do have a nice time. Wishing you a profitable trading week ahead. Bye bye.